recorded over the last 3 decades.
May is now behind us, and our focus shifts to June, the final month of the second quarter. Traditionally, May has been the month with the highest number of murders, averaging well over 130. Last year, for the first time in more than 31 years, 53 murders were recorded in May. This year, May ended with 39 murders, joining March as the second lowest monthly figure recorded in over 3 decades. Colleagues, these achievements are not accidental. They are the product of sacrifice, commitment, sound strategy, and the daily courage displayed by you, our members.
Dr. Kevin Blake, Police Commissioner, up to June 7, the JSF recorded an almost 21% reduction in murders. And the Security Minister, Dr. Harris Chang, says enhanced forensic capabilities have led to a sharp increase in the country's murder clear-up rates. Dr. Chang was speaking Monday at the Caribbean Association of Forensic Sciences biannual conference at the Jamaican Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston. The conference is being held under the theme Forensic Science and Public Safety, a Caribbean Journey. It is bringing together regional experts to explore how innovation, collaboration, and scientific excellence can strengthen security and justice across the Caribbean. Dr. Chang says efforts by the Jamaica Constabulary Force to build out a branch specifically focused on forensic science has proven successful.
Jamaica Constabulary Force concentrates major forensic discipline under a single structure to the target of the forensic sciences branch last year. The JC is that we retraining first, not only as the subject of the couple complex, they are having officers who focus on forensics so that they make students and work closely with the scientists against the forensic science to ensure that they not only have a knowledge of the science, but they can apply the science appropriately and properly and really give focus to the appropriate evidence and material to report successfully. The instruction has about the access to development and operation of investigating police, but improve the quality of evidence and support and enhance the role of
Dr. Harris Chang, Minister of National Security. Meanwhile, Dr. Chang highlighted that there remains a shortage of trained forensic professionals across the region. He says a stronger regional collaboration will be crucial in addressing the issue.
Infrastructure, research, training, and human capital development. Additionally, it requires deeper regional collaboration. Conference strategies are crucial role in facilitating the exchange of knowledge, innovative innovation, shaping cultural effort, and advancing greater consistency in forensic standards and practice across jurisdiction and particularly in
Dr. Harris Chang, a Minister of National Security. Water Minister Matthew Samuda says that the government is already taking steps to establish alternative sources of power at National Water Commission facilities across the country. This following a call from opposition spokesperson on water Ian Hales that the country's water infrastructure ought to be powered by renewable sources. In the aftermath of the island-wide blackout on Friday night, which also impacted water supply, Hales raised concern that the NWC systems are entirely dependent on the Jamaican Public Service Company.
Post-Hurricane Beryl, the country has already spent a little over $1 billion in building alternate sources, specifically generators for some of our larger facilities. So 110 facilities service over 70% of customers in Jamaica. We've already purchased and installed over 30 generators at these facilities post the 2024 issues that we had after Hurricane Beryl, and we continue to do so as much as cash flow allows. So one call was around resilience, we're already making that investment, and I think that's important for the country to note.
Minister Samita says that the government is undertaking over $800 million worth of renewable energy projects for the water sector.
Jamaica is midway in $865 million in energy projects that are specifically focused on bringing on renewable sources. As we speak, just last year, I believe, nationwide oversight when we commissioned the $85 million system at Philadelphia. That is a critical component of the water sector's energy plan. To say that there's not a clear statement of policy in terms of how we engage energy is simply not true.
Matthew Samuda, Water Minister, speaking on Nationwide this morning on Monday. And Minister Samuda says that the government is set to reconvene its National Ocean and Coastal Zones Council as part of efforts to drive the development of the country's blue economy.
World Ocean Day is certainly one of my personal favorite days that the UN uses to acknowledge one of our critical issues, which is the health of our ocean. Jamaica will be reigniting or re-engaging what's called the National Oceans and Coastal Zone Management Council of the Cabinet. I expect to carry that submission to the Cabinet next Monday, which will have a multi-stakeholder group looking at the varying issues that affect the health of our ocean and how we proceed to deal with energizing our blue economic prospects.
Samuda's comments are made on World Oceans Day, recognized each year on June 8. The theme for this year's observance is Reimagine Beyond the World We Know, a New Relationship with Our Ocean. According to the United Nations, the theme is an invitation to transition away from being solely beneficiaries of ocean resources to becoming true guardians of its future. Minister Samita says the Council will steer the country in that direction.
Two of the things that we've been doing with the NCOs to them is that one, we will be having a subgroup that will be primarily focused on marine education in terms of how do we help both the marine biology department and of course to ensure that we're producing professionals that can help both Jamaica and create international prospects for employment. And two, we'll have a blue economy task force, which I've asked Professor Andrew Spencer to chair, that will look specifically at increasing our ocean wealth and another focus on ocean health.
Matthew Samuda, Minister of Water, Environment and Climate Change. The minister previously announced plans to develop a sustainable ocean plan and a blue economy strategy. Some traffic signals in the corporate area and St. Catherine, which were affected by Friday night's blackout, were still offline up to news time. The National Works Agency Manager of Communications and Customer Services, Stephen Shaw, said they were affected by low voltage.
We have restored all but 6 intersections. These intersections are being impacted by low voltage. These intersections include that at Marcus Garvey Drive and Industrial Terrace, by Michael Manley Boulevard and Paradise Street. Also have another intersection by George Lee Boulevard and Clotter Mission. There is another out in the Harborview area. We hope that we'll be able to get the JPS scope to come out as early as possible to assist us in having these back in service.
Stephen Shaw, Communications and Customer Services Manager at the NWA. Turning now to regional and international news. Regional news. The Barbados government has opened a new offshore licensing drive offering 19 ultra-deepwater blocks to international energy companies. The Energy Ministry says that the island potentially has upwards of 13 billion barrels of oil in place and potentially 40 plus trillion cubic feet of natural gas. The government says the offering forms part of a broader plan to diversify the energy mix while maintaining its 2035 net zero emissions target. Bidders have until September 1 to submit proposals according to pre-qualifying criteria that include strengthened climate and environmental standards. A previous bid round in 2022 had 22 blocks on offer. Energy Minister Kerry Simmons says the administration has decided to retain 3 blocks for the future development of national energy interests. International, Israel and Iran appeared to back away from further strikes Monday, hours after they traded fire for the first time since the US agreed to a ceasefire with Tehran 2 months ago. Both countries warned that they were ready to launch retaliatory attacks if provoked. The renewed hostilities raised concerns that the Middle East could be plunged back into a full-scale war. The new attacks prompted US President Donald Trump to call for an immediate stop to fighting between Israel and Iran. Soon after, the Iranian military's Joint Command issued a statement that said it was halting offensive strikes. The statement said further, aggression and hostile acts by Israel and its supporters, including in southern Lebanon, would be met with much more severe and crushing measures than before. And that's it for the news at 12. Up next, sports.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
From the biggest trucks to the biggest energy, Nationwide keeps it moving. If you love the vibes, come and lock in with us for real.
World class represent with the stop.
Join the Nationwide 19FM Family Club today.
And me say you watch you move me practice.
Informative, educational, insightful. Let's talk justice. Tackling topics like constitutional rights and reform, domestic violence, and rights issues that affect you. Let's talk justice every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. Call in, share your thoughts, be empowered, know your rights, and let's talk justice, ensuring access to justice for all, courtesy of Jamaicans for Justice.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, up-to-the-minute local and international sports news, this is the Nationwide Sports at Noon.
Good afternoon, welcome to your lunchtime sports report. I'm Maureen Buchanan. Now, West Indies will look to level their ODI series against Touring Sri Lanka when both teams clash in match 3 later on Monday at Savannah Park. Match time is set for 2:30 p.m. on a rainy day in the city. Sri Lanka leads the series 1-0 after Saturday's encounter was abandoned without a ball being bowled. West Indies will be hoping for play to extend their home record in the one-day international format. Sticking with cricket news, as West Indies women suffered a 26-run defeat to India women on Monday in a warm-up match ahead of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup, which will be held in England from June 12 to July 5. Batting first, India posted 179 for 8 from their 20 overs. Bharti Fulmali led the score with an unbeaten 56, while West Indies leg spinner Afi Fletcher produced an impressive spell, claiming 4 wickets for 23 runs. In response, the Caribbean team was restricted to 153 for 8 from their allotted 20 overs. Deandre Dottin top scored with 49. India's bowling attack was led by Shriyanka Patel, who took 4 for 36, while Rana Yadav supported well with 3 for 25. West Indies women will take on Australia women in their final warm-up fixture on Wednesday before beginning their World Cup campaign against New Zealand women on June 13. Head coach Shane Pease emphasized the importance of the team's experienced players, saying the senior members of the squad have a key leadership role to play.
Role to play in the team. But most of the girls have been at the World Cup last time too, so everyone's experienced the World Cup. There's definitely a different atmosphere, a different beast to be able to handle all the other things going on with it. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that you've got to deal with as well, and the pressures and the crowd's been really good. So we're excited about, but those girls, they've been around a long time and they offer so much advice to the young girls, and it's a real good mix. The team at the moment of the senior players and young players coming through. So how we've got things all working as a team, the team environment is really going well at the moment.
Shane Deeds. Meanwhile, former England captain Nasser Hussain explained that West Indies women could be a threat at the upcoming ICC Women's T20 World Cup set for June 12 to July 5 in England. According to Hussain, while the team hasn't been its usual self recently, the team knows what it takes to win on the biggest stage.
They've won this tournament. I don't think it'll be dark horses and being the West Indies cricket team, but I just think no one's mentioning them. And they knocked England out in Dubai. When you have Hayley Matthews and Deandra Dottin's back and Chanel Henry, and I think, and they're improving. Quite a few of their players do go around playing franchise cricket, and a few of them have played here in England in the 100. I think that West Indies New Zealand game in particular, I can see maybe West Indies getting out of the groups. Actually, that they shouldn't be dark horses because they've always been a great sporting nation.
2016 World Champions are joining alongside England, Ireland, New Zealand, Scotland, and Jamaica. According to Hussain, while West Indies are flying under the radar, they'll have to contend with a few other teams that will start as favourites, including host England.
I think no one is mentioning them. I can see them doing quite well. Australia, England, just said West Indies could surprise, but I'm going to go with the champions, New Zealand. And then I don't know out of India and South Africa. I'm going to go India because I think they raised their game in big games. You saw that in the 50-over World Cup. If you can beat Australia in a 50-over World Cup and then beat South Africa, I think they're slightly better in a big knockout game than maybe a bilateral game.
Nasser Hussain.
Nationwide presents the 2026 FIFA World Cup moment.
Yes, Nationwide continues its countdown to the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup set to be hosted in the Americas from June 11 to July 19. Reliving memorable moments from past tournaments, today's magic moment comes from the 2022 staging. Australia's Matthew Leckie scored a 68-minute winner to hand the Socceroos a hard-fought victory against a spirited Denmark team.
Here's a break led by Leckie. He's all on his own. No help whatsoever. Matthew Leckie! He's in the lead, the support! He did all on his own! Pure Aussie joy! Well, that's how to change the picture. He looked up, didn't see another gold shirt.
¿Qué es todo esto? ¿Es en serio? ¿Quién me manda tantos mensajes? Ok, tengo que chequear esto. ¡Oh, sí! ¡Powerball!
En California Lottery te lo recordamos a lo grande. Powerball ahora juega 3 veces a la semana, lunes, miércoles y sábados. ¡Juega ya! Juega responsablemente. Debes tener 18 años o más para comprar, jugar o reclamar premios.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits and a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Skills through structured matches. Throughout the day, coaches taught the participants how the pieces move, how to protect the king, and the importance of planning ahead and thinking strategically. 8-year-old Janacia is a student of Morris Nip Preparatory School and resident of the community, was crowned the chess champion of the day. Mays, who is also the 2025 Central American and Caribbean Youth Chess Champion, received a trophy, medal, and tablet from the Prime Minister. Addressing the gathering, Dr. Holness highlighted the value of chess in developing young minds. Prime Minister Holness said, individuals who play chess often become strong critical thinkers.
Chess is a game of the highest morality, the highest integrity, the highest level of honesty when you play chess. So chess is a gentleman's game, yes. It is a game of decency and respect. So it doesn't only shape the mind, it shapes character.
He said the sport contributes not only to learning but also to personal growth and development of participants.
Chess is one of the biggest sports in the world. Chess carries with it significant economic opportunities. It has a wide following. People make their living off chess in the same way that people make their living off professional basketball or professional football.
Alex Trigger reporting for Nationwide Sports.
Thanks, Alric. And shifting gears now to some basketball news as there will be heightened security at the Madison Square Garden, home of NBA team New York Knicks, as US President Donald Trump is set to be in attendance later on Monday. Trump will be the first president to attend an NBA Finals game, and he stated that his love for the city and the team goes way back.
I've been a fan for a long time. I'm also a Jim Dolan fan. He's a nice guy, okay? He's been a long time wanting to win, and he's a competitive guy, and he's got a team that's amazing. You know, I don't think they've lost a playoff game. I watched that end of the game, and they were dominant. Brilliant, man. And Wemby's a great player. He's going to be a great player, and he is already a great player.
Donald Trump, the New York Knicks are currently leading the series 2-0 against the San Antonio Spurs. Now, the Chinese Benevolent Association has officially launched the second Jamaica Dragon Boat Festival, set to take place next Saturday and Sunday at the Grand Hotel Excelsior in Port Royal. Chairman of the CBA Dragon Boat Festival Committee, Vincent Chang, says the event is intended to become a permanent fixture on Jamaica's calendar, promoting teamwork, community building, and stronger Jamaica-China relations. He expects larger crowds, more teams, and even more competitive racing this year. A total of 18 teams will compete, including international entrants from the Bahamas and the Trinidad and Tobago. Local teams have been training for months and are preparing for stiff competition from their overseas counterparts. The festival has received support from both the Chinese Embassy and the Jamaica Defense Force, which shared top honors at last year's inaugural event. Now, Paul Gray emerged as the overall winner of the Lindy de la Pena Golf Classic after producing a stellar performance to finish with a total of 40 points at the Caymanas Golf Course on the weekend. The tournament attracted golfers from across the island, all competing to honor the legacy of de la Pena, one of Jamaica's most celebrated sportsmen. Gray's consistent play throughout the round enabled him to outscore the field and secure the coveted title, capping off an impressive day on the course. Gray credited his familiarity with the Caymanas Golf Course for his success.
This is my home course, so I knew I'm not a course inside out. We're playing according to what I anticipated. So it was a one day full of fun.
Paul Gray. That's all we have for your lunchtime sports report. We'll be back later this afternoon at 5:25. Until then, stay tuned, stay glued, and stay locked in to Nationwide at 90 FM.
Scam before it drains your account? Or how Jamaica's top financial crime fighters track down the money? Join the Financial Investigations Division on Nationwide this morning, every first and third Friday at 8:20 a.m. for FID in Action, an informative, engaging feature designed to keep you and your money safe. Learn practical tips to help you spot, prevent, and report financial crimes. Understand how the FID protects the financial system. That's FID in Action, protecting you, preventing financial crime. On Nationwide this morning, every first and third Friday at 8:20. Brought to you by the Financial Investigations Division.
Recapping our top stories making the nationwide world at noon. JCF reports 91% murder clear rate for 2025. National Security Minister says murder clear rate attributed to enhanced forensic capabilities. Water Minister says the government is already taking steps to set up alternative sources of power at NWC facilities across the country. I'm Twana Thomas. Major news next at 5. And join the Nationwide Family Club at patreon.com/Nationwide News Network.
This is Nationwide's FIFA World Cup Factor.
Did you know that former Dutch forward Johan Cruyff has a play named after him? Yes, that's a fact. Johan Cruyff, champion of the game and creator of Total Football, faked a shot, pulled the ball behind his standing leg, and changed directions in a twisting pirouette to embarrass the Swedish defense so badly that they named a dribbling move after him. Thus, the Cruyff turn was born out of this moment in the 1974 FIFA World Cup group stage match between the Netherlands and Sweden.
That was Nationwide's FIFA World Cup Factor.
Morning after morning, you've made Nationwide 90 FM a part of your routine. So let's take this connection one step closer. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club and be part of it officially.
Boy, when the sun come out and these white people come out in their shorts and sitting, boy, they can't look white. They're just white. They need to be in the sun.
If you provide a service, make it a hot listing. Nationwide 90 FM.
Too white, brother.
On-air and online classified segment.
Too white.
Again and again.
They need sunshine in their body.
You said it, we play it. You say it once, Jamaica hears it all day, every hour. Contact our sales team now at 876-630-110 or sales at nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Hot listings on Nationwide 90 FM, a new revolution in media.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, by God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path. Unquote. Psalm 190, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis.
This is Park Avenue, people.
And share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis.
Park Avenue in Manhattan.
And 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide. A revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
It's on my face! Oh my word! Radio coverage of the FIFA World Cup has never been this pivotal.
The 2026 staging will be a drive time event. Given the times, the games will be played.
You'll definitely be on the move during a large portion of the games or unable to be in front of a television.
And that makes a nationwide coverage of the World Cup
Up on the dog, the people.
important, as you'll not miss a beat, whether you're in your car or generally on the move.
Look like they shaved him down.
So, make Nationwide 90 FM your company, your partner, and your source for unmatched coverage of the FIFA World Cup Finals this summer.
Now, play on 7. It's Brazil 1.
Take us with you every move you make. June 11 to July 19, when the champions of the world are crowned.
And I get older, I will be stronger to call me Gina.
Join Cliff Hughes online on Thursday, June 11 from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Jamaica Employers Federation's 42nd Annual Business and Workplace Convention and Exhibition at the Summit in St. Andrew. This year, we're rebuilding with purpose, turning crisis into opportunity. Connect with top CEOs and policymakers to master bold leadership and smarter strategies. So, tune in to Cliffy's Online on Thursday, June 11th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from Jamaica Employers Federation's 42nd Annual Business and Workplace Convention and Exhibition. Catch us live on our YouTube channel at Nationwide Live JM or keep your station locked on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, and 630-9374.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm, what I felt was right. I go right. I go right. I was
right on Madison Avenue, then turn left on East 97th Street.
Good afternoon. 22 minutes going up to 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Cliffy Hughes Online. And I see in the midday news, the government of Mia Motley in Barbados is opening a new offshore licensing drive. In this drive, they'll be offering 19 ultra-deep water blocks to international energy companies. Yes, they're searching for oil. They have found oil in Barbados, but very limited quantities. The energy ministry there says Barbados
Everybody I look for oil.
13 billion barrels of oil and potentially 40 plus trillion cubic feet of natural gas. That's a lot. The government there says the offering forms part of a broader plan to diversify the island's energy mix while maintaining its 2035 net zero emissions target. Bidders have until September 1 this year to submit proposals according to pre-qualifying criteria that include strengthening the climate and environmental standards.
To the left lane, turn left on East 97th Street.
22 blocks.
You see this turn right here by 97 East 97th Street in off of Madison Avenue, people. When you're driving here, make sure you stay in your left lane because you have these cops sit on the right lane, the far right, waiting for you to turn from the middle bay.
There's a lot of debate going on in the communities here in Jamaica about the search for oil and what it means. I was privy to a group arguing the pros and cons of finding oil and what to do with it. Yeah, how to manage it, how to protect Jamaica. Yeah, and it's interesting, it's fascinating. But as I was saying to one of our leading environmental activists on the weekend, please do not go down the route.
We were supposed to pay 150. Yeah, so that's what I've been paying up to now.
150.
And yes, and as I said, some of them will take it based on the fact that I am, visually impaired. While some of them take it, but them take it, hard. Them cost you $200 your fare. Right, yeah. But now I know I have to give them what the government say they are to get.
And they deserve it. They deserve it. Yes.
Right, so I would like to know, because I don't want to give them more and I don't want to give them less. Right, so if somebody could just sort that out for us.
Yes.
Please.
Alright. So I'm going to ask our producer, Ms. Nora, to invite the people from Transport Authority. Yes?
Give us a final something.
Yes.
When they say, okay, if fare is $200, $250, we know that when we board a taxi, we are to give them $200 because that's what the government says.
My producer is just telling me, well, come and bring up the summit, Nora. She says that the final fares are on the website of the Transport Authority. Yeah? So we're going to go and find that website for you. And we're going to spend some time. Go over there, so Nora, you do it over there. So.
For you, that's what they said, right?
Yeah, but go over there so I bring up yours too. Because you can read it out for me.
That's not lots.
Yes, it is. This is the time we have left. And we should charge them for this.
Head to your pickup on East 94th
Alright,
Street.
hold on, Marvin. We're going to go to the break and come back and try and tell you, okay?
Okay then.
Alright, good.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light.
Want to invest mile for East 94th Street.
With the high-performing Money Masters M7 Real Estate Fund, start with just $10,000. Your money is professionally pooled into income-generating properties like the modern Sana development. Enjoy regular income potential, property appreciation, and access to top-tier real estate, all managed for you. Call 876-754-1980 or email the word invest to info@moneymastersgroupja.com. Money Masters, where your bigger financial dreams become reality.
Tough power to one big to small.
Turn right on East 94th Street, then pick up John on the right.
Next part, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you fly. Plus, you get premium benefits and a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is Nationwide.
Looking for the months in which that term runs. So you can send your response on our Instagram to JA for Justice or to our WhatsApp at 2397583.
Yes. All right. We have opposition spokesperson on, but let's take the break so we don't cut into when the guests are speaking.
Looking to remodel your home? Need a unique marble countertop design or a stylish bathroom faucet? Look no more. Garrett Trading caters to all your building finishing needs. From tiles and countertops to kitchen sinks and toilets, we have it all. Contact us today at 876-634-9773 or 876-669-8996. Visit our showrooms at 169 or Stone Yard at 10 to 12 Cleardale Avenue, Kingston 10. Garrett Trading for fine finishes, fittings, and fixtures. Honorable Delroy Chuck, in his sectoral presentation this Wednesday, June 10 at 2 p.m., will outline the successes and plans of the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs in building a stronger justice system for Jamaica. Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM and on our YouTube channel to hear a live broadcast of this presentation. That's the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs live sectoral presentation this Wednesday, June 10, 2026 at 2 p.m. live on Nationwide 90 FM. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, balancing rights and responsibilities.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Justice. We are discussing the state of justice post Hurricane Melissa, talking about our courts and our justice system. We are currently joined by opposition spokesperson on the left, Justice Ms. Selika Jess. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Jess.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much. I think we have two clips first that we want to play, Ms. Jess. So if you could just allow us to hear from the Chief Justice.
So if you had 5 courtrooms and you're down to 1, and that one courtroom was now being used by the family court to
2 days per week. The parish court, 3 days per week, essentially are adjourning matters.